Welcome to another edition of the Franklin Community High School Career Exploration Project. With us today, we have Nathan Bush, and Nathan is a crop consultant for the Greene Crop Consulting Company. So, Nathan, first of all, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So, why don't you tell me a little bit what you do, what your role is, and just kind of how you ended up where you are.
Sure. I came on as a crop consultant here with Greene Crop Consulting. We're based in Franklin. How I got hooked up, I was actually when I was at high school at Franklin. I was the FFA president, and Danny, who's the owner of Danny Greene, owner of Greene Crop Consulting, he would always hire the FFA president at the time to help assist in doing some soil sampling. And so I helped him in high school. And then here, after I got out of college, I worked for Farm Credit for a couple of years doing some farm lending. And I met up with Danny, and he actually had a job opening, and it was something I was really interested in. And so that's how I got started. What I do daily now is my main role is I work in crop insurance. And so I sell insurance to farmers to help protect their crops in the field on a yearly basis and guide them on which policies they need to take. And then we do a lot of soil sampling, and we do a lot of GPS based fertilizer applications, recommending where to place fertilizer for farmers to help them save money.
Nice. So you are probably this last year, you're one of the very few people who probably has not been affected hardly at all by everything that's gone on.
Yeah, we had a record year this year. We did good at meeting with customers. A lot of my customers, farmers, are older, and so a lot of what I do is face to face, and was a little more challenging. I had to spread out my appointments and make sure we were staying safe and wear masks and everything. Um, and so that's been a little bit of a challenge, but we've still been able to get the job done just
Yeah,
fine.
absolutely. A record year. That's
Yeah.
so what kind of, you said you went to college. What kind of education did you have before this, and any training that you had before even college?
Yeah. My family, I don't farm. I do have some family that farms, and I was able to help. And I was part of 4-H and stuff, and it got me interested in agriculture. I went to the University of Kentucky, and I majored in agriculture economics. I enjoyed business and I enjoyed agriculture, so that was kind of why I chose that major. Um, Farm Credit was my first job out of college. It was a good, solid paying job, and it was an easy opportunity, and that's why I hopped onto it. But I was always a little more hands-on myself, and so that's why I enjoy doing this a little more than I did just doing farm financing. And so that was kind of what led me into it, and also allows me to do other things. I do some drone work for the business, which is a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
some other hands-on activities.
Yeah, just you seem just like you like to be outside kind of no
Yeah,
matter what, right?
yeah. Outside, I ride a four-wheeler, every day doing soil sampling. So hard to beat that. You have a
Yeah.
lot of freedom and a lot of responsibility, but a lot of freedom too.
Yeah. So, you talked about you had family, you had 4-H, you had family who farmed, and you went into 4-H. Um, is that what kind of led you into it, or what kind of gave you that initial interest as far as agriculture goes?
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked being around farming and that lifestyle. When I was a freshman, I was actually a senior in high school that said I should join FFA. I really hadn't had any interest in joining FFA. That push in high school was what pushed me to be more of in a leadership role in agriculture. And FFA pushed me to do that and gave me a lot of public speaking skills that helped me out a lot. It was something I was not very comfortable with, and then kind of gave me a lot of connections and just kind of encouraged my role that was something that I could strive to do in college. Was an agriculture degree that really stemmed from being an FFA.
So what are, I mean, obviously something, you just talked about some of the pros. You could be outside, you ride the four-wheeler. What are some other pros, some things you really like? And what are some of the things that you don't necessarily like as much?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the my client base is great. You know, working with farmers every day. I mean, no matter what, a lot of jobs in the world, you're going to have to work with the public or people, and my clients, are really understanding and they're easy to work with and I get along with them well. I really enjoy that. You know, I have a lot of financial freedom with the job. I part of my like the crop insurance is based on commission, and so I get paid more for the more work that I do, and I like that part of it. Um, cons are you know when you're outside working on really cold days. Nice days it's fun. Cold days you still got to get the job done. So it's not sitting behind an office. It's not a cush position all the time. So there's some challenges there. And then there is the challenge too, part of what I'm on commission too. So there's not there's a security blanket that I do get, some salary, but a lot of my money, comes in on my effort too. So it's you got to put in the effort to get the income as well.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume one of the pros too is seeing when like your efforts with someone helps that person. Like,
Yeah,
it's just that
it
they
is
didn't
very
lose.
rewarding. Very rewarding to, we save a lot of farmers a lot of money.
Mhm.
I've made a lot of farmers a lot of money just in the 5 years that I've worked for Green Crop Consulting. And that's pretty fun when they acknowledge that. When we both see that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Uh, so it's obvious, you love this, you love agriculture. It's something you've always seemed to enjoy. So what do you think makes you so successful at this? And what do you think maybe would be some things that would make other people successful, and maybe um, some things that would make people struggle a little bit in the agriculture industry in general?
Yeah, I mean, so we do have different jobs. We have multiple people that work for the company. Um, for me, I enjoy going out and talking to people, and even if it's new farmers, I don't mind stopping in that if somebody I've never met with before
Mhm.
and talking. It's not too uncomfortable for me. We have other employees that's a little more out of their comfort zone. Um, and so if someone's, maybe doesn't feel as comfortable just approaching a stranger and having a conversation, we're trying to make a sale, we have a lot of work that has to be done on the computer side, and back in the office. And so that works better for those employees. And so for me, having a skill set where you have some public speaking or communication skills has helped me out a lot. If it's something you weren't as comfortable with, there's plenty of other opportunities, but what I do directly might not be the best fit.
Hmm. So in high school, you were the president of FFA.
Yep.
You were in FFA. I'm assuming if someone wants to go into agriculture, the best thing they can do when they're in high school is get involved in FFA, and not only get involved, but like be active in it.
Yeah, I mean, get in an ag class for one, right, and learn some, just learn some stuff. It's great credit hours. I never thought they were hard classes, and they were a lot of fun. Something different than nothing against English and math, but it was something to kind of look forward to every day in high school. And then, anything you can do with activities and stuff, it just makes you feel a part of something, which then kind of drives you to maybe have a passion that can lead to a career. And people that like to hire like to see that you have a passion. So it all kind of steps up to job building. It's a good grassroots or a good starting point having that FFA activities.
Absolutely, it's such a great program, and just the things they're kind of doing here with it, and it's so close knit, and so yeah, it's a great way to get that kind of experience and that bond. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
last one, I'm gonna get you out of here on this one. Just general advice for high school students. Anything you can think of. Think back to when you were in high school, something maybe you wish you thought of, or something you wish you knew. Just general advice for high school students.
Yeah, I'd say, just stay open-minded. There's lots of different opportunities out there. If you just go into life with an open mind and a level head, don't worry about anything in high school. Nothing's going to matter after you get out of high school. It's hard to realize that while in high school, but just enjoy your time, be active in sports or band or, whatever you can be involved with to make friends that you'll use those friends when you get out of school. And like I said, stay out of trouble, do the best you can in school. You don't have to get perfect straight A's, but as long as you put in an effort, then when you go into your next job or college, the work ethic will make you very successful.
Yeah, absolutely. Nathan, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's good to see an FCHS grad out there grinding and doing well.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Once again, Nathan Bush, crop consultant at Greene Crop Consulting.